Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. Today I have more no contact success stories. I know that these are really helpful because when you're doing no contact, it's nice to hear of other people who have had success doing it. It gives you hope because when you're in no contact and when someone breaks up with you, you feel powerless. And so by having hope, by seeing that other people who did no contact did hear from their ex, then you feel less powerless and more hopeful. And by the way, I define success in no contact as hearing from your ex, because you can't get back together until you hear from your ex. So just because your ex does reach out, it doesn't mean you're going to get back together, but you can't get back together until your ex reaches out, unless of course you want to break no contact, which, as you know, you shouldn't do. All right, here we go. The first one says, "Thank you, Lucia. Your videos help me stick with no contact. I hope that in doing so, my ex will finally propose by convincing his parents. It's so hard. It's been a month since no contact. I had to start the clock again since I broke it 6 weeks in." Oh. And then she gave an update. She said, "My ex messaged me yesterday out of the blue, said he wants to finally get serious about telling his family. Oh my God, Lucia, you're right, and your law of attraction thing worked. I kept no contact, but I said I don't want to talk until the proposal is confirmed." So there you go. So hopefully he has proposed by now. The next one says, "I stuck to 60 days. Well, a little more than 60 days, but I had stopped counting because I simply was not going to contact him. He skipped the phone call and came to see me at my workplace. It worked. The 60-day no contact worked. Yes, it works. The truth is, I have more important things going on, though, so it was cool seeing him for a brief moment. But now I realize it's not a big deal if we don't talk, because clearly I did not die." Because when you're in no contact, you feel like you're going to die sometimes. "Plus, all these amazing things have been happening in my life over these couple of months from my hard work paying off. Lesson of the day, focus on yourself. Yes, you will miss them, but it's about you." The next one says, "Hi Lucia, I have good news. I followed your advice of not doing anything to get him back, and guess what? What? He reached out. This is the second time now. Not with a hi, but with the I miss you so much text. Well, I was not shocked, neither was I worried of losing him, because I am better now and focus on my cute self, and I'm loving it all thanks to you." Good to hear. The next one. "I followed your suggestion and did not contact him at all. After 3 months of no contact, I got an email from him that said, 'I don't know if you can forgive me for everything, but I'm really sorry and I ask for forgiveness.'" Wow. Now, isn't that what we are all waiting for when someone breaks up with us? We want them to apologize and to be sorry for what they did. So good for you. The next one, day 59. Jesus Christ, it actually worked. Lucia was right on. She just called and I didn't answer. I'm over it. I don't want her in my life anymore, and I'm fine with that. I had serious doubts about Lucia's advice, and the first 30 days were really tough. Well, there you go. I'm sure most people have doubts, especially when I tell them it's not going to be 30 days. More likely than not, it's going to be 45 to 60 days. And you have to have faith. There's really no way of knowing until you actually put in the time and see if your ex reaches out. So for this guy, it worked out. And I actually did a whole recording on his story. All right, the next one is, "I applied no contact for about a week and a half, and then suddenly she calls me, begging me and telling me she loves me." All right, again, that's what we want. Begging, apologizing, crying. On their part, not our part, of course. All right, I have just a few more. The next one is, "My husband and I have been separated and have not been in contact for 2 months. The more I wait, the more I start to see things clearly. He is not the man I want to spend my life with. The no contact rule isn't just about waiting for your ex to reach out to you, but also to see things clearly." Bingo, absolutely. That's so true, because everyone gets caught up in thinking, well, I'm going to do no contact. I'm going to stay away from my ex. I'm not going to call them or show up or text them or email them. And that way they'll contact me. But they don't realize it's also such a huge benefit to them, because by staying away, the clouds start to part. Because when you're in the situation, when someone breaks up with you, you can't think or see clearly. But then as time passes each day, things get a little clearer. And sometimes by the time you do hear from your ex, you realize that you didn't even want to get back with them. So this was definitely a success story, because it made her realize she doesn't want to be with her husband. Then finally, the last one is, my ex of 7 years broke up with me saying she doesn't feel anything for me, as in 0 interest level. I found your channel and followed your advice. After 2 months, she reached out. When we met up, she said she was sorry, that she made a big mistake in letting me go, and she wants me back. Woohoo! See what happens if you listen? So if you have a success story, I would appreciate if you would comment below. If you would like coaching with me to figure out your situation, you can contact me at my website, theartoflove.net. If you're listening to this on iTunes, I would appreciate if you would rate and review the podcast. If you're listening on YouTube and you liked this, then please like it and comment if you have a comment. If not, then don't. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.